Alright, okay. Getting my phone up so I can read chat while I play, because I lack multi-monitor screens. Right, that dashboard, and we're all set. Lovely. Right, play. The journey of the Steel Samurai shall continue through the post-game, because we are not yet done. The journey is still not yet over. Right then. It is now time to do a little bit of some side missions before we tackle the main story. Just to prepare ourselves, because one, I need more cyberware, two, I need better armor. So yeah, I'm gonna prioritize getting the armor first, and yeah. And here we go. Right, so we shall be heading off. Captain Jomo stands beside his speedboat, surveying the docks as if surveying his kingdom. His stance is relaxed, but an air of impatience lingers about him. His narrowed eyes and crossed arms suggest that he's been waiting a while. As you approach, his eyes light up, and he throws his hands into the air. Jomo claps you on the back, grinning wildly. "Oh, my friend! Finally they let you out of that ugly shed. I thought they'd be many more hours at least, and they have no sense of urgency." You know how the cops are. No respect for anybody's schedule but their own. Clicking his tongue scornfully, Jomo shakes his head. Jomo has things to do, people to see, guns to run. Even if they're paying me to be your chauffeur, it's not the only business I have. Still, it'll be good working with you again. Well, if there's someone who can smuggle me into a police station, well, you can. Well, you can. I read that thing wrong. Anyway, of course I can. There isn't a place in Hong Kong I can't get a cargo in and out, and I can't get cargo into or out of. And if that cargo is heavily armed, irritable, and willing to do violence to defend my boat, well, so much the better, I say. So, my friend, how can Jomo assist you? Do you need to ride someplace? If so, say the word, and we'll be off like a typhoon. He lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. Or perhaps you're interested in a little contraband, goods of sort that your uniformed allies will not provide you. I have a manner of unusual things for sale if you have the new yen. What kind of unusual things? Drugs, illicit software, and even one-of-a-kind sim chips. You name it, and Jomo can deliver. Sounds like a bunch of useful stuff. Would you like to see my wares, then, or did you need something else? Tell me about the sim chips. A single sim, truth be told, Jomo has no idea where it came from, but it seems like something was custom made. He pauses briefly to chew on his words. It is, shall we say, specialty product. I haven't tried to open it myself, but the label on the chip says, Rat Body Sim. I do not know who would commission such a thing or why, but I'll give it to you for 50 new yen. Surely it's a bargain at that price. The mysteries of the rat party are surely worth such a paltry sum. No thanks. I'm kinda poor right now. I'm just browsing. Let me see what you're selling. Ah, you sell the weapons. You sell the melee weapons. Ah, gotcha. Okay, for a second I thought I was never gonna get those weapons. I thought I was never gonna get the opportunity to buy the Chinese war sword. So, the senior inspector said that you were looking for me earlier. What's on your mind? Ah, of course, I have a friend with a bit of a problem. His problem involves a family member, mega corporations, and stubborn guards with guns. He asked if I could handle it, but I am a smuggler, not a Shadowrunner. You, however, would fit the bill nicely. I don't want to repeat the details here. The police don't need to know. Drummer slips a PD out of his pocket and taps it. Yeah, I'll send you the details. It should be on your computer already. Look it over. Let me know when you're interested in the jobs. That's one hell of a speedy bow you got there. He beams at you, his tusks glinting. A thing of beauty, isn't she? With Drummer at the wheel, the drunken mistake can outrun anything on the South China Sea. Drunken mistake? How did she get her name? Ah, well, her former owner was a Fuji executive, a bloated canker of a man, drunk on power and British gin. Captain Drummer barks with laughter. He took this fine vessel on a one-man pleasure cruise, blundered into Loho Jawa waters, and stalled her out. I came upon him drifting. He plessily crying out for help against the roar of the uncaring sea. So what did you do? What do you think? Shoma is not so heartless as to leave a helpless man on a doomed ship alone. Naturally, I assisted the poor soul into my safe, seaworthy dinghy. Then I crossed over to the beautiful machine that you see here. He started her engines, and the rest is history. I named my prize the Drunken Mistake to commemorate that fateful day, and a salute to her former owner. Drummer placed his hand on his heart. May he live a long, besotted life, wherever the tides may have taken him, and the waves dragged him down before he saw land again. Let him drink forever in the afterlife. Well, guess it's time to... yeah, I don't have anything to sell. I think it's time to pay Shiawase village visit. Jomo, let's go to that research lab. Let's see. Isobel. Gonna take your bet. Now it's, either Duncan or... I'll take Duncan this time. Namazu. The trip to Lee's loaned mini-sub is uneventful, as is transit to the area near Hong Kong, where Shiawase has built their research laboratory. The sub descends swiftly, and you are kept company by the hissing of oxygen scrubbers and the occasional ping of active sonar striking your hull. As you near the coordinates for the lab, Drummer begins switching off all but the most essential of systems. After a few minutes, brighter light filters through the portholes as you ascend into a moon pool, and there is a dull thud as the facility's clamp closes around the sub to let it free. Doc waking Drummer kit. I'll hand it over to myself. Why not? Well, seems like everyone's all set. Let's roll in, team. Let's roll in. We got some antibodies to steal. Yep. We got some white blood cells to steal from this company. The company that I got one of my cyberware implants from. Anyway, the submarine bay smells like a hospital, antiseptic, and it's sterile despite the presence of seawater. The sharp sense of rubbing alcohol intermingles with the metallic bile of stainless steel, dominating your sense of smell and drowning out everything else. The floor vibrates faintly under your feet, a soft electrical buzz, like emanating from the electronics packed behind the facility's walls. You can hear the hum all around you, like the droning sound of 1,000 tiny wings. Well, we made good time. I wasn't expecting to get here so quickly. U.S. Shomo, he delivered. U.S. Shomo, he delivered. Welcome to Shiawase's most foremost bioengineering labs. Great location, lah. I'll lock the doors once you leave this room to keep uninvited guests away from our sub. This bay isn't on the same level as the labs, but there should be an elevator that you can take deeper into this sea hive. Some trams too, according to the blueprints. Go do your job. I'll keep the sub prepped and ready for your turn, but places like this, they make me uncomfortable. Too clean. Try not to keep Jomo waiting too long. The germ warfare lab is what we need to find. Should be a pretty straight shot from here to there. On Steel Samurai, places like this are known for the forgiving attitudes of their security staff. The guards are probably trained to shoot on sight, so we should plan on shooting them first. Alright, I'm ready. Move out. Move out, team. We got this. Well, time to start blasting. Let's go. Elevator. Boop. Slowly make our way through. Alright, team. Kick them open. So awfully quiet in the sub. Oh. Isabel hisses under her breath, grabbing your arm. Shit, guards! Look, over there. There's no way we're getting past them without a fight. At least they don't seem to have seen us yet. Well, poor fools won't know what hit 'em. Where are all the guards? There's a drone there. Computer. Is that the rigger? No, it's the mage. Where's the rigger? Is there no rigger? Computer. Alright, team. Get ready. Ah, that's where they are. Look at that. Still up. Alright, open fire. Ow. Alright, here we come. Here we go. Ow. Man, Duncan's taking a beating here. Oh yeah, we gotta kill the rigger. Just gang on the rigger. That's probably the drone on the other side. Get the jump on them. Alright. Go back. Heal Duncan. and increase the aim of Kronos, and then take an aim shot at this guy. Good job. Yeah, just aim for the Witcher or the Mage. Nice. Okay, then double tap this guy. Nice. I just cut him up. Right. Man, that's a tough drone. Anyway, full auto. Alright. That's the other guy. Ow. Alright. Kronos, get your minigun out. Just shoot this guy. God damn it. Okay. Take an aim shot. Hit the guy. There we go. Alright. Let's get those monoclonal antibodies. Table display circuitry diagrams for some neural cyberware. Computer. Flash immune system most likely used for advanced software programming. Windows, bulletproof, bullet resistant plexiglass. Alright, no Matrix minigame. I'm liking this. The terminal has been left unlocked and is currently logged into a junior lab technician's user account. Undersea Research Laboratory, Namazu. Gamma 4 Annex, Neural Engineering Studio, Mail Server Archive, Admin 1, Combat Persona Progress, Admin 2, Covered Operative, Deep Cover Operatives. First message. Chung, how are you supposed to come up with this next revision of the Reaper Persona fixed chips? Yamade says that the cyberware suite adjustments have been made, and I'm anxious to get them into preliminary testing before the month is out. If anything is blocking you, you let me know. I'll get to you what you need right away. Julia Ngai, Senior Research. Or J Ngai, sorry. Everything else on schedule. We have to take some off sleep cycle subroutines and out and revise them in simulation. They are adversely affecting no epinephrine production, and our subjects weren't generating the hostility levels that we were looking for. We should have the new chips ready in the next few days. After that, we can run a few subjects in live tests. Do you have any preferred locale in mind? Dr. Chung, Neural Engineering Team Lead. I'll have to check out with the Transport Division, but I'm guessing that Sham Shui Po is our best bet. Any tests that we conduct will get written off as a kind of random violence and endemic along the sinless population there. We don't want the authorities, or heaven forbid, another megacorp taking an interest in the tests we're running. J. Ngai, Senior Researcher. Second message. Our progress for our Project Silver Dream subjects are already out in the field, Dr. Ngai. Subjects 108, 33772 and 210 have been inserted into their new lives and have been making regular check-ins via their assigned matrix drops. Details as follows. Subject 108's new identity as a motor pool mechanic with the Komatsu Ltd, specifically in their Korean mining operations branch. 108's exposure to sensitive data is limited, but he's providing us with a great deal of inside information about Komatsu's logistics and supply chain, as well as their prospective future mining expansions. Subject 337 is an executive assistant to a middle manager at Crash Card Medical Services. She's providing us with a wealth of recorded meeting data, and we're learning a lot about weak links in the Crash Card's management chain. Number 72 has been hired as a software engineer by Transy's Neuronet Asia. He's initiated a data siphon, albeit a slow one. Reports indicate that our deeper programming has encouraged him to earn the trust of his new co-workers before stepping up the rate of data transfer. Lastly, number 210 is working in the security division of Yakashima's Shanghai offices as a Reaper chip recipient. We have the ability to trigger his kill protocol at any time. Let me know and when you want to test that out. Given his nature of his job duties, it should prove to be a very effective test. Dr. Chung, Neural Engineering Team Lead. This is fucked up. You're doing some kind of chip-based mind control down there, making sleeper agents, turning them into puppets. Oh, the more reason to get this done quickly and get the fuck out of here. Alright. Alright. Now, where are those monoclonal antibodies? Nothing yet. Another computer. Separate research terminal. The lab computer's monitor grows brightly, awaiting your input. Custom request, Silver Dream resources, medical closet access. Kinnick, I need a favor from you. I need you to get me one of the non-Reaper subjects from Project Silver Dream. It should be somebody who'd be good for a blue-collar job in a cafe or a restaurant, or something like that. Want the subject's chip clean, save for the basics. We'll need to build a custom identity from the ground up. J. Ngai, Senior Researcher. Give me the day to clear the paperwork with Central Control. Won't take me more than 5 minutes to clear the personnel fix for whatever a slaw might pull. Are you looking for any cyberware in particular? If so, that might complicate things. Most of our subjects have had pre-assigned suites installed for their testing purposes. T. Kinnick, Silver Dream's Logistics Officer. As long as the subject has relatively unobtrusive implants, it should be fine. No visible combat augmentations or obvious cyberware. Nothing like that. Use your best judgment. I have to work a few things out in tongue in pathology, so you can take your time on this. There's no rush. J. Ngai, Senior Researcher. Good to know. I have one that'll work. Number 91, human male, late 20s. Average height. His obvious implants are a data jack and an ordinary cyber leg. Brings 6'2", so it's not one of our upgraded models. I'll have him prepared. T. Kendrick, Silver Dream Logistics Officer. Alright. Project Silver Dream Asset Accounting and Disposition. Active, 41 subjects. Field, 29 subjects. Inactive, or killed, 416 subjects. Acquisition, subjects have been acquired from across Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Free Enterprise Zone. Primary locations are Aberdeen, Yaoyat-chun, Kwun Tong, and Kowloon City. With the recent loss of the walled city, Kowloon has become a less attractive location for subject acquisition. Future possibilities include expansion to Shenzhen, Indonesia, and Shanghai. To date, approximately 71% of the chosen subjects have been sinless, 23% possessed a criminal sin, and 6% possessed a standard sin. Given these numbers, it is unsurprising that there has been no official investigation into the subject's whereabouts. However, Project Silver Dream personnel must take care not to draw attention to the project by recruiting too heavily from the same neighborhoods. Medical closet access. Anybody here know the door code for the medical closet for Delta 25? One of the handlers got his finger smashed in the door and He lost a lot of blood before the tramp could get him back to Gamma 4. Speaking of which, does it seem like kind of stupid to anyone else that we locked up the medical closets? What gives? Be true germ research. Gee, let me think. There's a lot to do down here. And we've got a lot of mind-altering substances in the medical closets. What are you supposed to we keep the closets locked? Well, you ponder on that. The code's 8236. Get what you need to fix your handler's boo-boo, but if anything goes missing, you can expect Commander Gara to come knocking. Dr. Aoki, Pharmaceuticals Research. The H just cut off. Sweet. That's probably where the monoclonal antibodies are. Alright, let's start blasting. Right, let me get a scan of the area. Alright. Alright, go back. Kronos, light him up. Ah, shit. Come on. You hit once. Great. Alright, here we go. Duncan, get out there. Damn it. Okay. Throw him back, throw him back. Yay. Nice. Ah, you duped yourself, mate. Used your own cyberware against ya. Oh, this guy's a physical adept. Well, we got the jump on them. Alright, Kronos, start blasting. Blast him again. Alright, reload. Alright, go back. Assume cover. And open fire on this guy. Or actually, this guy. Duncan. Right. Fine here. Go full auto. Nice. Mage, gotcha. Water spirit guy, huh? Armor damage, huh? You missed. Oh shit. Where's the rigger? Or are the drones independent? I think the drones are independent. Anyway. Right, so... Can I cut this guy up, or... There we go. Stab him. Well, grab the key card. And shoot that guy. Again. And where's that drone? Alright, nice. You got a telecom begin to ring near that. Okay. Cyberware research terminal. This research station is unlocked, ready for your perusal. Alright, timeline on special project, question mark. We're close our way on the special project, Joe. I need that subject in field testing by the end of the week. Central is breathing down my neck to get results. I'm not going to let it slow down on your end and get me demoted. Jay and Guy, see your researcher. There's only so fast I can move, and Guy. Writing the persona that you specified will take a minimum of 4 days. We could do it faster if you let us more people, but no, you wanted this kept to the core team. Give me some help from the cybernetics firmware team, and we should be able to move closer to your proposed timeline. Okay, Chung, you win. You can have Dung and his 2 assistants. Dung, I want you to help Chung out with whatever he needs. This is a red ball. The end of the fiscal quarter is coming up, and I will not have another bad review. Got it. We'll shift priorities immediately. Second forum page. Okay, people, we've had to change the code for the weapons locker again. Our security drones kept crashing whenever anyone input the previous code. QA's managed to track down the problem through an Easter egg that somebody wrote into their object recognition code. I guess that 1337 has some significance to some joke on the engineering team. Given this new information, we changed our code to 4077. Hopefully this will resolve our random drone crashes. By Furukawa Security Division. Alright, what's on this one? The computer sits unmanned, ready to receive input. By a safety level 4 prep. Though, make sure subject number 91 it gets moved to one of the hot labs, minimum biosafety level 4. Once we get done with him in there, we'll need to move him out of this cryo tank until he's back on lead. Nobody opens that container unless they want to be confined to a cold storage themselves. Are you sure? We spent a lot of time and money implanting experimental cyberware into those test subjects. You infect them with anything from the BS4 lab, and their life expectancy drops to a week or 2 tops. On that note, where's the subject going on the surface? Do we have any containment teams standing by? Is security in place to prevent an accidental breach? Let me worry about all that. He'll be covered if anything goes wrong. We're just conducting an unusual field test, that's all. Nothing for you to lose sleep over. Duncan groans. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Well, let's see the second email then. Okay, Hong. Since you're new on the project, you probably aren't aware of the various suites that we've been installing into the test subjects. Buckle in and pay attention. I'm going to give you the basic rundown. Reaper. The Reaper suite and ship were designed for heavily enhanced combat models. They have been given a variety of implanted weapons, musculoskeletal enhancements, and assortment of bodywear packages to enhance their close combat capabilities. The Persona fixed chip keeps them docile and ensconced whenever fantasy life we've cooked up for them until we flip the switch. When that happens, all hell breaks loose. Reaper carriers were designed to work as distractions, saboteurs, etc., etc. They're no good as assassins because the methods that we use to override the amygdala prevent them from recognizing specific targets. They can discern between friend and foe, but that's about it. They won't seek out a designated target over any other given hostile. Dreamer. The Dreamer package was designed for deep cover operatives. First, we take a test subject with a specifically similar background to our project target. Identify, then we read their memories using an assist biofeedback system and program chip for their new life and habits. The cyberware includes a number of neural shunts, data filters, and mnemonic blocks to make certain that their subconscious espionage activities aren't remembered. Ghost. Last is the Ghost package, the Assassin Suite. The goal with this package is simple: maximum infiltration, maximum lethality. They've got a vocal modulation, retinal duplication, a slew of combat skill wires, and whatever other spyware we can cram in. They get close to a target and wait for activation. When they've been activated, they do whatever they need to do to get within proximity of their target, and that's where the cranial bomb detonates. Jesus. Let's hope they have a contingency plan. Yeah, I'll bet. Anyway, this is one of the suites. A separate implementation suite prepped and ready for a patient. What's over here? A frozen metahuman lies within the cryotank awaiting surgery. Telecom. The telecom blinks to life, and a woman's face appears on the screen. The HUD below the image identifies her as Dr. Janet Tong. Below her name, the words Gamma-4 Pathogen Hot Lab appeared in bold red print. It is difficult to make out the woman's features behind both the telecom screen and her hazmat mask, but her eyebrows are knit together in an angry line. She taps on the receiver. Hello? Can you hear me? She leans in towards the screen, squinting much of her face is covered, but her clever complexion tells you that she's probably young, in her late 20s maybe. Her mouth and jaw are hidden behind a rebreather, but you can hear the frown in her voice. All this damn racket's making it hard to hear anything. I got alarms blaring from every corner of the lab. I don't know what you're doing over there, but it is impossible for us to work under these conditions. Her voice gets louder, angrier. I swear this is another impromptu drill. Do you know how much progress I made on the HN539? Do you? Almost none. I'm barely a quarter of the way into this thing, if that, and I've got a deadline to meet. I don't know if she can discern voices, but, well, either way, saying nothing is going to be a risk, and... fuck it. Don't worry, everything's totally fine over here, Doctor. Probably just another security drill. I swear if those meatheads are at Base 11 ever want this antimicrobial finish I'm gonna need. She recoils with a start, then leaves him blinking. Hey, you know what's security? Ah, shit. Yes I am. The screen resolution's just low. It's me, Kendrick. I'm not an idiot. Kendrick's in logistics, not security. You, however. The doctor's widens in eyes and she leans back. I don't know you. Govit's eyes dart back and forth between you and the screen. I think that she's getting suspicious. The doctor blinks as if trying to confirm that she is seeing, and looks at something behind her. When she turns back to the screen, her expression is stern. I don't know what you're doing here, but you'd better stay where you are. The sincerity of words is undercut by the tremor in her voice. Govit raises one hand to her mouth and makes a crackling akin to radio static between the breaths. She speaks loud, muffled words into her hand. Sorry, you're cutting out. Must be something wrong with the connection. Can't hear you. Warning you, things will get ugly fast if you try to leave the sector you're in. You see her hand travel as she slaps the receiver in the telecom. The screen cackles and goes black. No use. We're losing you. When Gilbert realizes the transmission is over, she lowers her hand and studies the HUD. She looks hopefully at you. Has she bought it? Probably not. She shrugs lazily, her rat's riding on the wave of her shoulders. I tried. Same. Well. Any last minute? Okay. Well, let's kick those doors open. I'm gonna move on. We pretty much explored the map, so... Okay, ahead. Scout. Get a good view of the area. Okay, first, weapons locker. Right. 4077. Right. Sweet. Door is open, and away we go. Now, what is in here to steal? Ah, there we go. Lovely. Ares voltaic grenade. 14 HP damage and 3 AP damage. Just a grenade, huh? Any rifles? Any guns? Just a pistol, but it'll sell for a lot of money, though. I'll just stash it. Ooh. Yep, nice pistol. Gonna sell for good money. Because I need those cyberware stuff. And who might you be? Oh, you might. I'm guessing those are the test subjects. Row upon row of man-sized pods lined up walls in this room. Each pod contains a single occupant, men and women, bound by restraints. All of them are apparently asleep. The people in the pods seem almost peaceful in their slumber. You could occasionally twitch and sway, but otherwise they remain motionless. Examine the nearest pod. You lean in to get a closer look. The sleeper inside has a weathered, craggy features that you've come to associate with street living, but he is wearing a surprisingly amount of chrome for a homeless man. Ugly welts and bruises mottle his skin, and a handful of fresh wounds paint his torso. The incisions on his torso are surprisingly neat and clean. Recent surgery, perhaps. Upon closer inspection, you'll see a slim braided cable that stretches from the wall to the sleeping man's data jack. The other end of the cable has been hooked to a nondescript Shiawase device that has been integrated into the pod. Glancing down the line of pods, you can see that all the sleepers are connected to the pods in a similar fashion. Gobet's hands shoot up in her mouth. She looks like she might be sick. Well, that's just disgusting. These poor people. This isn't science, it's a damn metahuman testing facility. Isabel motions towards the Shiawase device in one of the rooms. Steel Samurai, take a look at that. Each point has one. My guess is that they're jacked into the Matrix have been forced asleep, like a dream world that shuts down the higher brain functions. Is there only some way to get them out of here? Alright. Move with caution, team. Okay. Oh shit. Something clanks nearby. The sound reverberates in the still air, stretching and lengthening into a persistent turn. It sounds like an ambient drone of an air circulation system, but as you listen, it grows louder. It gradually dawns on you that the noise isn't coming from the walls, but from the pods that protrude from them. Duncan takes a step back. His hand instinctively reaches for the weapon at his side. What the hell is that? There's another loud clank. You catch a hint of motion in the pod nearest to you. The pod's occupant, a battered troll, riddled with chrome, shifts uneasily against his restraints. As you watch, those restraints disconnect. The troll's eyes slide open, and his face twists into a hateful snarl. They got him brainwashed or something. Look into his eyes, Steel Samurai. There's something going on in there. A monitor near you flickers to life. A nervous-looking Dr. Tong addresses you, eyes darting frantically around the room. I can't allow you to progress any further. Shiawase has invested millions of new yen in the research in this lab. I can't let you threaten it. If you try to get any closer, I'm going to have to stop you. I've seen what you're doing to these people, Doc. Gonna put a stop to your research. Permanently. I can't let you do that. I can't. She looks to the right, just off screen, and makes a slicing gesture with her right hand. She hisses to somebody off camera. I gave you the signal. Open the pods, damn it. Wake up the damn things. The troll peers at you through red, vacant eyes. The door of his pod slides open like a chain reaction. Several other pods follow suit. There's an explosion of motion from the pods, and the subjects contained within charge you like a pack of rabid beasts. Oh boy. On your guard, guys. Oh shit. Oh boy. Are they all monks? Or physical adepts, I should say. Ow! Oh boy. Oh boy, team. Oh shit. Alright, team. First off, Gobet, haste me. Second, ooh, actually I could summon a spirit right now. Ah, water spirit, lovely. What do you got? Okay, strip armor, blur, heal woo. Okay, that's, okay, just smack this one, smack it again, smack him again, smack him again. Oh boy. Alright. Okay, go and slice this one up, because I want to get out of the grenade AoE. Come up. Got him again. Dead. And cut that one. Isabel, Drop a grenade on the troll. How did you dodge that? Shoot another one. And I guess run back. Duncan. Full auto on this guy. Nice. And beanbag shot this guy. Nice. Kronos, your turn. Cut this guy, stab this guy. Stab this guy again. Stab him again. Stab him again. Man, these guys are eating all of his attacks. And, switch to my gun. Overwatch. Monsoon Spirit. Ah, okay. Get in there, attack it. Attack again. Attack again. Right, and fire. Fire again. Alright, we got him. We turn to see Dr. Town watching the scene from the telecom. Her face visibly pales as the final test subjects fall to the floor. She splutters, barely able to form a coherent sentence. I can't. All of them? She stares, bug-eyed, into the camera, her pupils flitting back and forth as she takes in the carnage on her screen. But they were supposed to be killing machines. The several were top of the line. You're gonna have to do better than that. All that time, all that research, gone. Tong stares vacantly at the screen as if processing the situation. She looks exhausted, terrified. Her skin shines with sweat. It hardly even slowed you down. She pulls herself back with a shake of her head. Her voice is weak. Look, you don't know what you're doing. How dangerous this is. Your even being here is a huge breach of every lab safety protocol in the books. But you can still turn back. Those deaths of those test subjects is on you, not me. But if you do what I say, there doesn't have to be any more bloodshed. Duncan nods. You're the man. We're in this to our armpits already. We've got no intention of turning back now. All that you're doing right now is pissing me off. Look, you just don't get it. I work in a BSL-4 hot lab. That means that I'm surrounded by aerosolized, lethal, highly infectious pathogens. Her voice comes out in a tight rasp. Literally anything that you find in here could kill you. Horribly hell, half the stuff in here could cause a global pandemic if it were to escape quarantine. This is more important than your damn job. She takes a deep breath and releases it into the mic. Look, I don't expect you to listen to me, but I'm gonna say it one last time. It would be in everyone's best interest if you turn back, especially yours. She cuts the transmission and her face winks out across the screen, the various trid screens in the room. Right. Anyway. Can open that. We'll look through the other areas first. Double check. Make sure we don't miss anything. Okay, I think we're good here. This is also the medical closet, which I'm guessing we're supposed to go to collect those monoclonal antibodies. Kick that door open. And advance further into the tram. Man, they got a whole system and everything. Alright, open that door. Alright, that must be the locker. The door is sealed tight, an access panel beside it flashes red. Laboratory Gamma 4 quarantined. Security locked, down, engaged. Access Omega 4 required for entry. Locked. Shouldn't be a problem though. Try the keycard you picked up, Steel Samurai. If I remember correctly, you should have the appropriate credentials. Select the keycard. You lift the card into the slot, but before you can slide through, the figure of the frightened woman erupts onto the scanner screen. Dr. Janet Tong. I told you before, you can't come in here. Her breath's coming tight, panic gas. She's doing the best to stay calm, but she's clearly terrified. I don't like repeating myself, so listen, please. This lab is restricted for a reason. Besides the obvious fact that it's full of deadly contagions, it also contains highly sensitive and very expensive equipment that only trained scientists can handle. You barge in here, and mishandle a single vial, and you will all in the likelihood infect yourselves with whatever's inside. That would be a disaster, and I mean quite that literally. Guess you better give me some incentive not to mishandle any vials then. Beads of sweat traced down their forehead. Are you joking or are you just crazy? How many times do I have to tell you what will happen if you come in here and make a mistake? I wanted to bet that we just walk into the lab safety and steal samurai. Saw a lot of corporate labs in my time with Lone Star. They all got layers of recursive safety systems to prevent what Tong's afraid from happening. She's just trying to scare us. Then it's settled. Coming through. Trying to bluff me out. Right, which door do I... Oh. I can see a spirit summoning focal point. Let's see. I'll explore this room first. Looks like a boardroom. What's over here? Nothing, it seems. Nothing of note. Right. Just open that door. Hello, Dr. Janet Tong. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna... Oh, never mind. Dr. Janet Tong stands firm. Given the situation, she looks remarkably well composed. She waits calmly as you approach. Her shoulders held rigid and her arms crossed over her chest. Her two associates shuffle awkwardly behind her, their hands shaking. They're both terrified. I told you not to come in. You shouldn't be in here. Her voice is firm, but there's a slight tremor in her voice. Listen to me. You've made a horrible mistake. One move, and you'll release God knows what's into the room. Give me what I want, and maybe I won't call your bluff. Tong raises her hands in a calming gesture. Just hear me out. We all want to walk out of here alive. I think that is much obvious. There's no going back now, so my associates and I are willing to cooperate you to move things along faster. This is me cooperating. You tell me what you want, and I'll give it to you. No more arguments. Well, right now I can't help but wonder why you devote your life to creating biological weapons. I mean, you already know Shiomase is hard at creating, in a sense, biological weapons, because they invent various Tupperware implants. So, we're here on a mission. We're not exactly on a patient liberating revolution here, but anyway. Tell me about the super disease that you're cooking up in there. It has a cure, right? The doctor blinks at you. Her voice gets cold. You're talking about pathogen GT0009 SARS-3. That's the one. Tell me about it. I can't, I'm sorry, but all information on GT00... She cuts herself off. I mean, SARS-3 is... Is that 3? Yeah, it's 3. It's classified, and for the good reason. It's one of the worst things you can produce in the lab. We can't let you... Her eyes flies open. You're not here to take the GT0009, are you? Please tell me that what you're going to do? I told you to tell me about the disease. Are you gonna do it, or do I have to force it out of you? She glances at her associates, but cowering behind her and shaking violently. You can hear one of them murmuring something in their language unknown to you. From the cadence of the words, you guess that it's a prayer. She exhales slowly through her rebreather. Alright, I'll tell you everything I know. SARS-3 is a category 4 lethal pathogen that is 99.98% fatal. Excruciatingly painful, and it kills within a matter of weeks. As of right now, the only cure is a prototype antibody treatment. We're still working on it, fine-tuning it. In case you haven't been paying attention, I'm going to say one more time. SARS-3 is terrible. It's easily the cruelest, most infectious, and most lethal thing to have ever come out of this lab. It cannot be allowed into the wild. Well, I attacked some test subjects of yours on my way here. Can't you tell me anything about that? Tang's eyes scanned the ground at her feet. I suppose there's no withholding that information at this point, right? Is there? Nope. You see the doctor's cheeks pull downward as she frowns beneath her mask. She nods her head somberly. The two researchers behind her, the doctor mimicked her gesture, their heads bobbing up and down like a couple of pigeons. They're part of a study called the Project Silver Dream. Each subject has been planted with a prototype BTL chip. The goal of the project is to create a perfect switch for sleeper agents and spies, one that can remain undetected by current scanning and identification technology. As of right now, the project is still in its early testing. Our subjects are more often used as testbeds for new cyberware, while the Silver Dream BTL chip is being refined, a necessary adaptation considering that our field experiments have only achieved partial success thus far. Unfortunately, we haven't always been able to maintain complete control of the test subjects. The Silver Dream team is still working on that. Your run-in with the test subjects wasn't an accident. I'm sure that you had figured that out already. It was a hasty decision on my end. You already know why I did it. They were the only thing standing between you and my lab, and I was trying to avoid a containment breach. I stand by that decision for what it's worth. Interesting. And what can you tell me about the system they're hooked into? The program runs on a delicate framework. Casual tinkering with the system could be dangerous, not just for our machines, but for the subjects as well. If you only want to disconnect the test subjects, there's a particular order you need to do it. First, you need to disconnect the matrix interlocks. Then you'll need to initiate a supervised override so the SimSense reads. Trying to do anything with the subjects without observing the proper procedures would be disastrous. If I were to try it myself without help and the proper permission, I'd probably flub it. That's what in turn trigger the station's matrix defenses, which would only make a bad situation worse. If you want to do anything with those test subjects, knock yourself out, but don't expect me to help. I know when I'm over in my head. And what about this facility? Can't really keep up your project safely inside. I want details. Well, nothing's ever completely foolproof, but any project as sensitive as ours requires a lot of very careful controls and strict adherence to procedure. Shiawase is strict about safety, for obvious reasons. She begins sticking off the items on her fingers. Reducing the number of potential exposures is one way that we've prepared for an outbreak scenario. We run on a skeleton crew, maybe 200 workers at most. As you can imagine, living down there for long periods can be difficult, and people rarely acclimate enough to last more than a couple of months. To prevent our projects from suffering, Shiawase cycles its employees every 14 weeks. There are no break days while working in the underwater cycle, but we're greatly compensated during our off months. Still, people find a way to get bored, so we try not to keep everyone on staff that we don't need. Well, most of our security and media labor is handled by drones. We still have a few flesh and bloody security personnel. I think Commander Gara's been down here longer than anybody, but mostly it's all drones for blue-collar work. The doctor gives you a sideways look. This can't be why you broke into my lab. I guess that's why I can understand why you might be curious about an underwater laboratory, but I don't know all that much really. Only what I've told you. I want to know more about how SARS-3 kills. It's a disease caused by replicating the identifying features on white blood cells. It tricks the immune system into ignoring it, and it self-replicates at an exponential rate. During this early phase, while it's colonizing the body, a patient doesn't experience any overt symptoms, just mild temperature and elevated white cell count. That's it. She pauses. Are you sure you want me to go on? It's pretty gruesome. Keep it coming. Alright, okay, here we go. Once the virus has thoroughly colonized the host, it begins a devastating attack on the body. It rapidly infects epithelial cells, inserting its own RNA at such a tremendous rate that cell membranes rupture, spewing cytoplasm and virions into the surrounding cells. By the time the attack has begun, the damage dealt is almost immediately irreversible. What kind of damage are we talking about? What does this thing actually do to people? The virus induces a hypersensitivity reaction in its host. Lungs fill with mucus and sputum, leading to hypoxia. Victims drown in their own fluids. We spent a lot of time developing G20009. This secret was hybridizing the standard SARS coronavirus. A shout out to the current situation that's going on outside. And with the third strain of virally induced toxic allergy system, Vitus 3. That's why the standard treatments don't work. That's goddamn horrible. Yeah, well, don't want to be an I told you so, but she shrugs. It's a bioweapon. You don't have much deterrent value if they aren't horrible. She sighs, her eyelids heavy. Anyway, there you have it, SARS-3, my baby. I'm not exactly proud of having you made. Tell me about the cure. How do we fix somebody who's been exposed? We have developed a strain of monoclonal antibodies in tandem with the disease. It isn't perfect, but it works. That's the only cure. Could any of the Silver Dream test subjects have been infected with SARS-3? No, no way. This isn't a researcher. There isn't a researcher on the station who would do such a thing. She stops, as if stricken by thought. Wait, Dr. N-Guy came to me a couple of months ago asking for some SARS-3 samples. I didn't think it was unusual at the time. All of us in Gamma 4 need the occasional sample for further studies, but what? As far as I know, I never received his report on that sample. The sample itself was never returned either. The way our system works, it's impossible to take or return samples without our computers logging the transaction, which means either he still has it or he used it somehow. The last of the color drains from Tong's face. His numbers were slipping too. We contacted by the board not long ago before he requested the sample, but I can't imagine he'd be desperate enough to use it in such a risky and uncontrolled environment, and on such valuable subjects. I have to concede that it's a possibility, though. You know, those test subjects look a little pale, maybe even sick, do you think? The doctor instinctively raises her hands to cover her mouth and nose. You can't be serious. If they are infected, then her eyes dart back and forth and she runs through the variables in her head. No, you should be fine. It takes more exposure than the shared space. If you have prolonged exposure, maybe, but no. The risk is 1 in a million. You're fine. I've heard enough. It's just a matter of what to do with you and your team. She raises her arm, palms towards you. She's sweating. Wait, just wait. Before you do anything, please listen. We aren't bad people. We're scientists who were assigned a dreadful task, and who didn't what they had to do to keep their jobs. That kind of thing happens to everybody. I'll bet it's even happened to you once or twice. Please, don't hold our professionalism against us. Let it just go, and maybe we can do some good out there. Find a different corporation to work for, and better projects to pursue. Don't kill us. I'm not like you, Doc. I don't kill unless I have to, and I don't make excuses for myself when I do. Now take your goddamn man and get the hell out of here. Janet's head jolts up in surprise. Her associates look at each other, as if expecting you to change your mind, or maybe convince your words that are a trick. She takes a step forward, her voice stutters. I don't know what to say. Thank you for sparing us. I won't forget this. Don't make me regret it. Now get out of here. Duncan grunts as Tong and her researchers pass through the door. Not much else we could have gotten from them anyway. Anyone else would want to get the hell out of here? With the sterilization countdown running, the Silver Dream thugs on our heels, and whatever horrible diseases might be floating around, the sub's sounding awfully nice about now. I'd like nothing more than to book it back to the sub bay, but we got a job to finish. We're in the gem lab, right? So the SARS-3 cure should be somewhere in here. The flashing light of a nearby console catches your eye. With a sudden crack, the handful of monitors mounted around the lab display an unfamiliar face. Attention all staff, this is Commander Gota. I've ordered a red level security lockdown due to a facility intrusion. All personnel should drop whatever they're doing and report to the safe rooms in Sector 9 immediately. The security breach has triggered an automated sterilization sweep in 30 minutes time. A squadron of drones will deoxygenate the premise to prevent escape of any loose pathogens. You haven't reported to Sector 9 by that time, you're done. You will not survive the sweep. Ah, shit. A siren blazes over the intercoms as the lab's monitors replace Commander Gara's hard features with a countdown timer. Moments later, a computer-generated voice activates. Matrix system wipe. Initiated sterilization systems on standby. All personnel report to Sector 9. Kinda long-winded, but I think I get it. We stay, we die, so let's not do that. We ready? The Namazu sector commanders will probably have localized overrides with the trams, so we'll need to eliminate them to escape. But what about all those test subjects? They didn't choose this fate. Shiawase made the decision for them. So we should lock them up, or set them free. Your call, Steel Samurai. Well, if you want to do anything about them, we'll have to do it fast. Once the Matrix lockout countdown is complete, every computer and data line in this lab will get shut down. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh shit. We're getting flanked here. Alright. Alright, Silver make sure center locks. Disable. Disengage Silver some sense feed. Feed security forces. Okay, go back. Okay, first, grab. Just see if the lab safe is locked. You can't find a keyhole or any sort of mechanism that could open it. Seems it may only be unlocked by the Matrix. Oh shit. Computer. Alright, no choice then. Oh, they can counter me. Oh, then you little shit. Oh no, they can counter. Ooh, ow. Okay, grenades are a no-go. Okay, well I'll cut them down then. Actually, I'll do a multiple cleave. Go back. Grab that fucking cure. Get that red in on them. Great. Ow. Ow. Wow, you just threw a grenade at your own guys. Oh boy, we don't exactly have a lot of time. Oh shit. Ah, what the fuck? No, no, no. Okay, grenades are a no-go. Oh boy. Okay, okay, grenades work on those guys. Ow. Oh boy. I don't think I'll be able to get there in time, unfortunately. Ow. You mother... Okay then. Jeez, we're getting blasted here. Throw it back. Wait, what? You missed? Okay, I thought you were gonna throw it back at them. Oh boy. Okay, go back. Heal Kronos. Oh, that was the wrong move. And stab him. Patch himself up. Oh boy. Ow. Ow. Dang. Oh, no, that hit Duncan. That's not good. Oh boy. Go back. East Kronos. Get a goddamn cover. If there is any. Oh, she doesn't have much. That's not good. Get back here. Kronos, finish him off. Oh my god, he's stunned. There we go. Nice. Now there's the rat. Ow. Okay, just cut up that rat. Oh my god. Just shoot it. Oh my goodness. Are you nowhere in... Oh my goodness, just shoot the bloody rat. There we go. Alright, let's get a bloody move on. Security Silver Matrix interlocks. Access the credentials. Dr. Tan, Janet C. Security level Omega 4, Commander 7, interlocks are now disengaged. Let's get a bloody move on. Duncan. Reload. Where the fuck do we need to go now? How many rounds? It'll shut down. I'm afraid we won't be able to make it. Sorry, test subjects, but we gotta look out for Kronos skin. What the heck is over there? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, they locked us out. Yeah, nothing we could really do, honestly. Sorry, test subjects. May fortune bless you and your potential chance of escaping. Yeah, we were surrounded. There was no way I'd be able to mow through all those security forces. Just gonna move on here. Oh boy. There's more? We just sweep this area. Oh my god, we just sweep this area. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. And for just shape you up. Cut him up. Dodged. There we go. EP damage. Kill y'all. Kill y'all. Isabel. Move back. And get your grenade launcher. Oh wait, what? That hit go back? Okay, I'll aim us a little bit. Yeah. Wait, you're still all the way back here? Oh my god, Duncan, you're so slow. God damn it, Duncan, you gotta hurry up. We're on a we got a timer here. We gotta get out of here before we get sterilized off the bloody surface of the ship. Oh my goodness. Duncan? Nope, blast him. And I just smack that guy. Search your gun. Double tap. Right. Aiming for that guy. What the heck are they using? It's doing so much damage. Okay, Isabel. Heal him. Thank you. And just shoot that guy. Cut him up. Yeah, I'll just mow him down with the minigun. Yep. Alright, let's get a move on. Get the hell out of here. You hiss along the maglev tracks. The car's interior glows faintly blue from the distant sunlight filtering down through the seawater. In the distance lies Captain Jomo. Freedom and escape from this laboratory. The only sounds other than electrical humming is the occasional soft bump as the tram swift tracks. Duncan suddenly lurches over to the western window, tram cursing under his breath. You're not gonna like this, Steel Samurai, but we're heading the wrong way. Why are we heading this way? I'm betting that Shiawase security pulled us off the course. They could ambush us. She works with the diagnostic panel open with her fingers and peers inside. Doesn't look like the system's malfunctioning or anything like that. The diagnostic screen says emergency override. Well, we can probably pull the emergency stop lever, but it's mechanical, so it should be pretty easy to do. Then we could take the maintenance store, get the drop on them, and engage them on our own terms. Alternatively, maybe we could rewire the car, get it back on the right course. I bet we'd encounter less resistance that way, but I don't know what kind of environment we'd be fighting in. Well, Isabel, work your magic. Isabel ejects into the tram. I type seriously for a few moments, then nods in satisfaction. There, the tram's control system now thinks that fires have broken out in half a dozen of the tram lines. Conveniently, the safest path for the tram to take is the one that puts us back on track to our original destination. Right. Lucky us. Let's get a move on. Tread carefully. You know, we never actually got to that medical locker. Or closet. Huh. As you move through the lab, monitors all around you spring to life. Commander Gada scowls at you from the flickering screens, a look of severe irritation etched into the lines of his eyes. You little romp through the Shiawase property has gone through long enough. Time's up, Shadowrunner. In the distance you can hear the thunderous clamor of a jackbooted feet hammering on the metal floors. Seconds later, a team of armed guards in Shiawase uniforms burst into the room. Their weapons are held in the ready. Alright, team. You know the drill. You're really pissed all over this complex, runner. The commander spits onto the steel floor. Made an awful mess of everything that you'd come across down here. That's a lot of money you'd cost us. He smiles, revealing a set of crooked teeth. But now I finally got you. No way out through but you and me. But me and mine. By the time I'm done with you, you'll look worse than those freaks in the cryotanks. Your covered drones are all the same. On the contrary, I take great pride in my job. That's what the last set of guys said. And look what they are. 6 feet under. I work hard. Some even consider me the best in my field. The paycheck and health insurance is just a bonus. Most employees are just here to punch time cards. Don't mistake me for one of them. Yeah, that's what the last set of supposedly elite soldiers said. Now I'm gonna give you one chance to get out of this thing alive. Surrender and I promise we won't kill you. I can't say or the sea you'll be in, but at least you won't be dead. If your plan is to turn me into a murder puppet like your subjects, then I'll pass. You're already a puppet, Shadowrunner. The only real difference between you and the people in those tanks is who's holding the strings. You surrender to us, and we can make things better for you. Our subjects don't feel any guilt or pain or fear. The machines take all of that away from them. You'll never need or want for anything. This is your last chance. Throw down your weapons or we'll pry them from your dead hands. What will it be? Not very convincing speech. No sale. Then you brought it on yourself. Likewise. Ow. Duncan? God damn it, Duncan, why do you always have to be behind us? We could have easily just thrown all the grenades right back at him. Oh my goodness. Ow. Oh, there's another drone. Oh my god, Duncan. Oh my god, Duncan. Why aren't you moving toward... Oh my god, Duncan, You're supposed to be at the front with me. What the fuck are you doing, Duncan? Oh my god. Where are you? God damn it, Duncan. Alright. First off... Okay, first off, get behind cover. Ooh, actually. First of all, get behind cover. Actually, I'd rather summon the spirit. And heal Kronos. Oh wait, what? Oh, I hasted him somehow. I did not mean to do that. I was actually meant to heal him, but it just automatically swapped my turn over to the... You know what? Never mind. At least I got the free haste. Okay, get behind cover. And blast him with my minigun. So much for that. Isabel. Aim shot. Kill him. Right back at you, buddy. Throw right back at him, buddy. Haha. Yeah, nice try. Anyway, kill him. Right. Gonna haste, Isabel. Why not? Shoot that drone. Nice. Duncan. Shoot that drone. Shoot again. And again. Not enough damage, unfortunately. Ow. Ow. Oh my god, Kronos is taking a lot of hits. Yikes. Yikes. Oh jeez. Oof. Damn. He's taking heavy. Does nobody else have any more medkits? No. Unfortunate. Alright. First order action, shoot that guy. Again. God damn it. Okay. First off, alright, fine. Take 2 shots at him. He is literally right in front of you. Why are you missing? There we go. Okay, time to summon your spirit. throw it at you. Oh, it hits that guy instead. That's fine. Okay, first, full auto this guy. Oh my god. Damn, do they have jolt alerts on them? Probably. Damn, these guys are actually pretty tough. Okay. Alright. Have them move here. Have them attack Gara. Attack again. Alright. Attack them. Get them shot down. You're a grenader? You're a mage. Okay. Nice. Duncan, take your shot. Take an aim shot. Fire. Dang, he took out that spirit early. Alright. Rotate grenade. Well, might as well use a grenade against you. Or not, apparently. Alright, time to go full auto. Fire again. No, not VP. Great. Did I? Nice. Oh boy. Taking a lot of hits. Jeez. Sustained a lot of damage. That guy really packs a punch. Actually, wait. Is there any loot? No loot, okay. No, okay. Yeah, those guys are actually pretty tough for once. Yeah, Kronos really got battered up. Alright, keep going. Okay, guess I can't go from here to the elevator. You gotta bloody move on here. Hello? This is Dr. Tao. She hurriedly stammers out her words. There's a nervous edge on her voice. Thank you again for letting me leave the lab, for letting me live. Unfortunately, we have a problem. Don't leave me in suspense. Tell me what it is. Look, here's the deal. I don't know how many test subjects were infected with SARS-3 and... She sighs. It's possible that some of the subjects they injected were carriers. Well, shit. This is my fault, I swear. Dr. Ingai never told me that he's been testing the disease on the test subjects. And it was all done behind my back. If the subjects were in fact infected, well, it would be bad. It would mean that when I released them, from their cells, SARS-3 would have begun to circulate the facility and it could have been infected, and She shuts herself off as she continues. Her voice sounds strained. I can't risk letting that disease get loose again. Anyone leaving this facility needs to be treated with the antibodies you're carrying. No exceptions. Long story short, I need as much as that cure as you can give me. Whatever you don't need for your client and yourself. You'll leave it for me. You must have more antibody stashed somewhere. You took everything that we had on hand. That's a single rack of vials constituted several months worth of SARS-3 antibody production. If anyone down here is infected, there's no way that it can produce a sufficient quantity of antibodies in the time that to halt the spread of the disease. People will start dying before I'm halfway done. It takes longer than we got to set up a growth medium, let alone produce antibodies for the entire crew. Look, I'll give you everything I have in the bank if you leave me all the vials that you don't need. Obviously, you keep doses for yourself and your client. Hell, keep them for anyone else that you might be worried about, too. There's enough to go around. All I need to do is leave whatever you don't need where you're standing. Do that, I'll transfer you the new yen from my account. I may be willing to help you out, but if only you help me first. Show me how to use the antidote, and I'll consider leaving what's left for you. Alright, pay close attention. The doctor describes in detail how to administer the antidote without tainting the solution. You promptly dose yourself according to your instructions. After you've been treated, will you leave the remaining antidote in the sub-bay? Please do this for me. You know, I run a Shiawase lab. I got money, believe me. Believe it. Give me the vials that you don't need, and you'll be a very rich man. Oh damn, that's a dick move right there. Pocket a vial of the cure for your client and set down the rest. You got yourself a deal. I'll have your new yen wired to you immediately. She pauses. Thank you. I mean that. Sweet. Alright, Captain Jomo. Let's clear out of here. We're done with this mess. Jomo nods as you approach. His expression is stern. I don't know if kicking the hornets today. My radio sounds like a whole nest of them's after ya. Let's get out of here, Jomo. The impound lot. Jomo red lines the submersible's throttle, and you rocket away from the Shiawase lab in record time. The orb remains glued to the sonar and inertial guidance readouts, constantly scanning for pursuit. Thankfully, nobody seems to be on your tail. Soon enough, you're ascending towards the compound yard, far from the dangers of a germ warfare lab, back to the land of dour police, a leaking boat, and an unfriendly city. Home sweet home. Sweet. Sweet karma. Alright. What do I upgrade now? That is the question. I guess... So, level this up to 3, just to get better cyberware in the future. And guess I'll upgrade my close combat or perhaps my quickness. I'll level up my close combat. Right. Save the game. Right, for advancements. Alright, nothing new, it seems. Right. I guess to the ship. cracking. Let's claim my money. One unread message. Okay, first. Claim for retrieving the cure for Ming Kai Xiu. You submit job is finished and await a response. A few moments later, a message pops up under the screen. Sergeant Lee, to Steel Samurai. Glad to hear your job's done. Payment is attached. Good work. Sweet. Oh boy. Actually, what's the other message? Inbox. Prisoner liberation. Ah, that's the other one. Oh, my friend. Here I am, emailing you about the rescue mission that I was made aware of. It's a mega heist of epic proportions. A run on one of the most elite corporate residences and offices of all the free enterprise zone. Ain't nobody pulled a heist like this in a long time. I'm getting excited already. With a big family like mine, we're making a lot of friends. My second cousin on my stepmother's side dropped me a line last week because one of her friends, a man named Martin Lai, has a big problem. She figures maybe Jomo can help, because I have a lot of friends like you. So, I say to my cousin, hey, I smuggle things, I'm no Shadowrunner, but I do know some runners that I could pitch that idea to. She says, fine, tell them Martin will pay them a hell of a lot of new yen. But they better be really fantastic at this, because if Lillian dies, it's my ass. No problem, I tell her. So, naturally, I think of you. Martin Lai works for Yamatsu and Fuji Industrial Electronics have been butting heads here in Hong Kong for a while, scrapping over who has more sway through the executive council. I'll make the long story short. Martin makes problems for Fuji, so Fuji kidnaps Martin's niece, Lillian. They're holding Lillian Lai in a penthouse at their headquarters here in Fez. Icon Tower, big black skyscraper in Central. Can't miss it. It's a simple job, but probably not as easy. Martin can't get his Yamatetsu soldiers inside Icon without starting a corporate war, which is why he needs outside help. Somebody deniable that no one will miss if they die horribly. You, my friend. You can learn us two advantages through a small helicopter and a virus he had planted in Icon's perimeter defense system. My plan is this. We go in via the helipad on the roof and have Martin's virus turn off the anti-air defenses. You and your team work fast. Get down to the penthouse and rescue Martin's niece. Rush your ass back to the roof, and we all fly out. From there, we meet up with the team of Matetsu hired mercenaries who will act as a protection team and get Lillian back to Martin. Easy, no? So what do you say? You want to break into one of the biggest corporate buildings in the city, steal a princess in a tower, and thumb your nose at an AAA megacorp? I sure as hell do. I sure as hell want to do so as well. I'm not here right now, but you should be nearby. Come and see me when I get to Icon Tower. Get you to Icon Tower. Anything to post? Nothing. Okay. I'll check on my team. Anything to say, Raptor? As you make your way into Raptor's machine shop, you find him staring at a display mounted over his workbench. The screen is crammed to overflowing with blueprints, schematics, and technical readouts. After a long pause, he turns away from the display and faces you, a satisfied expression on his face. Ah, yes. Hello there, my friend. Is there something I could do for you? Did I catch you in the middle of something? Nothing. I cannot step away from what I was just doing a little design work, toying with a few novel concepts. He runs a hand through his hair. I've always found investing myself in production good to be the best skill for a restless mind. But tell me, my friend, what brings you down to my shop? Have you been doing any more design work on crochet recently? As a matter of fact, I have. Nothing that will be fabricating anytime soon, mind you. But I've been exploring a recent obsession, trying to hammer it into something useful. His lips curl into a rueful smile. The contents is somewhat, how to put it, avant-garde. Perhaps, but with time, I hope to put it to test. Tell me more about this avant-garde concept of yours. Perhaps it would be best if I showed you. Just a moment, I'll clear away the clutter so you can see it for yourself. He turns to the terminal and rattles off a series of commands, and the windows that the crowd the display disappear. You're left with a perspective view of something that looks like a cross between a scorpion's leg and a jawbone of a large carnivore. The entire assembly bristles with jagged, tooth-like protrusions. An encounter with the Gamma King was a revelatory experience for me. To see such a being up close, to watch how it moved with my own eyes, to observe the crenellations of its flesh and sculpted ivory of its crown. His presence I was, for lack of a better word, inspired. Well, I suppose I can't blame you. Qinya inspired a lot of people. Though speaking of nightmares, of course, he taps the fresh cigarette out of his pack in his pocket, lights it, and hangs it from his lower lip. I suspect that the Queen with 1,000 teeth left an undeniable mark on us all. He turns back to the terminal and stabs the key with a finger. The window containing the model leg disappears. At any rate, I'm still a long way off from fabricating anything useful. Emulating the physiology of a creature that should not exist is proving to be quite the design challenge. It is, however, a wonderful way to kill time between jobs. And who knows, against all odds, this work might one day bear fruit. Only time will tell. Gotta run later. Cause you weren't on the previous run, so yeah. Duncan, my man, what up? Need something? The guns. You mean these? He raises his arms and flexes upon a smile stretches across his normally serious face. Duncan, are you okay? He puts his arms down, but his smile lingers a couple of seconds longer. You asked. The orc suddenly looks a little embarrassed. He stretches his nose. Oh no, it might relieve some tension of the tension in here. I feel it in my bones. It's been a rough day. It was a shitty question anyway. Really, what the hell, Steel Samurai? My guns are guns. I keep them in operating shape like any decent marksman would. He gives you a cocky look. Any other questions? Hey Duncan, have you noticed all the bird crap in the Kraken? What gives? Don't know. I haven't seen any. His lips part, and he snaps his fingers. Actually, hey, now that you mention it, I might have heard a bird. You know, it's not really. Yeah, that's right. I thought maybe it was just a rat scratching around inside the walls, but it didn't really sound like one. Little fucker kept me up a couple of nights ago. I'm surprised that I haven't heard or seen it. Well, for all we know, it might not be a bird. What are you saying? A bird's the easy answer, but we're ruling out some other important possibilities. Could be another squatter, or a late-night scavenger, or maybe something's loose inside the rotting walls. Hell, maybe it's a possum. We're only assuming that it's a bird because of all the shit everywhere. Occam's razor, Duncan. The simplest answer is usually correct. An annoyed Duncan leans his head back against the cabin wall. Alright, let's say that it is a bird. I'll just lure it out somehow. Well, as long as I don't wake up in the night to you calling here birdie, birdie, birdie. Even with his eyes covered, you could feel his eyes narrowing. Not a chance. I have a feeling this whole thing's gonna wind up being a real pain. He looks around and shakes his head. Jesus, this place. Can't get wait to get out of here. So anyway, what do you think about the last run? No, I'd expect it. Seems like whenever we get a straightforward run, it always hits a point where it veers off into 50 different directions. Break into a lab, get cured, leave, collect our payment. Instead, it turns into break into the lab, everything goes to hell on a rocket sled, scramble to find a way out. But if one thing's still bugging me, it's definitely that doc. What was the name? Janet? The muscles in his jaw roll as he grinds his teeth. The fact that she's still out there with the power to create those nightmare diseases is giving me a headache. People like her make me sick, trying to convince us that her intentions were good. No matter what she said, she was a corporate pawn. Diseases like SARS-3 wouldn't even be a problem if people like her didn't try to justify their actions. I don't care what good you do, lady. It doesn't make up for the bad. Anyway, we got it through it. Missed that and all. Earned a few bruises, and by the end of the day, things were Oh, by the way, they should have. If it's you are crippled, then we got paid. Anything else? Gotta run. I'll just check on the other two. Isabel and Gabette. Hello, Gabette. Stale, metallic air fills Isabel's cabin. The round window that's usually cracked is shut tight, and it feels like the temperature in the room has raised somewhat. Maybe due to the lack of ventilation. Isabel is on her knees, hunched over her cyberdeck, typing vigorously. You can see the sweat beating in her forehead. She looks exhausted. She pauses and sits up for a moment. 4:19 a.m. 1 nano drive. What? Isabel turns to you. A pair of tired eyes meets your gaze. Her shoulders look stiff, as if she's been hunched over for a while, and a single red cable protrudes from the dark mass of her hair. She repeats herself. 1 nano drive. She leans back down and continues to clack away on her deck. 4:48 a.m. 1 splinter. 5:33 a.m. 1 small double-ended cable bundle. Her voice suddenly turns angry as she fingers jam the keyboards. And my favorite hairband. Bad. She suddenly lurches upright and looks at you. Her brow furrows and proceeds to stare in silence. Was this about a hairband? Her lips pucker as she studies your face. The damn bird! It took my favorite hairband. Come again? Rebecca moans, clearly irritated. She closes her eyes and rubs her temples. For a few weeks now, my things have been disappearing. I didn't notice it at first because it was just small objects, mostly food wrappers, but once my hairband went missing, I started looking around and realized that quite a few of my smaller possessions were gone. So what's this got to do with birds? She shoots you a sassy, narrowed-eyed look. Not birds, a bird. You must have followed the crack in here. The damn thing's been stealing from me this whole time. And last night I finally saw the culprit. A damn bulbul. I was distracted in the Matrix doing some routine task when something came through my window. I watched it land on the wooden floor and hop around. It was searching for someone. I asked her wide, and she says ahead. It was a bulbul, and it was looking for me. But I was in the Matrix. My body was right there. She passes forward. Near her computer, the stupid thing stared at me until it knew I wasn't awake. Then it rifled my stuff and started carrying things away. She motions to the cyberdeck. He came back 4 times in 2 hours. I'm accessing my Matrix logs to confirm the times. Shit, I need that splitter too. What are you gonna do about it? I'm gonna figure out where the bulbul's been stashing what it's stealing. I need to get my things back. If anyone with that kind of technical savvy finds it before I do, I have no doubt they'll end up on the black market. Stupid bird doesn't know what's sitting on a fortune in custom parts. Isabel wearily runs a hand through her hair. Her fingers stumble through the red cable, and she plucks it out, looking with a mild disgust. She sighs. Alright, I gotta crack down on this steel samurai. So you need something from me? Tell me, what is it now? Well, what do you think about the last run? Well, it was scenic. Is that all? Isabel shifts her weight on her feet and plunks her hand on her hip. No. I'm still processing what happened down there. Between you and me, those people, the prisoners, they got to me. I can't imagine what it'd be like to sense their auras and feel their pain, but I'm sure it would be a deeply disturbing experience. Those things left me kind of unnerved. I rely heavily on my tech to see it used that way, and to know that the Matrix tech that I use every day might have gone through human trials in the lab just like that one. She raises her hand, palm out, and closes her eyes. I can't talk about it anymore. I'm sorry, can we change the subject? Well, that's all. Go back. Into the machine once more. It's one to the touch. Okay. Gilbert raises an eyebrow. Another day in paradise, eh, Seattle? Seriously though, we should get on that run for Cho and Lam. The sooner we hit the police station, the sooner we can watch Crate's messy public downfall. I'm not usually one for spectator sports, but it's the one I want the front seat for. Don't worry, Gilbert, we'll hit the station soon enough. Good. What's up with you? After we kill Crate, what's next for you? Got any big plans? She shrugs. Not really. I'm happy where I'm at. You and Auntie Chung has gotten nicer since the whole Wall City thing. What about you? You think I'm doing something different after this is all over? don't know. Maybe I haven't put a lot of thought into it. Yeah, well, don't think too hard. Things would get boring around here if you took off. I don't do well with boredom. Of course, even if you were to scurry off somewhere, I keep my tabs on you. It's what friends do. I prefer that you stayed, though. You're the only person on this boat who's brave enough to eat my cooking. True. What did you think of the last run, by the way? Not really big on taking jobs on the water. You already know why. She wraps her arms around her chest, hugging herself. I still had nightmares about the sinking ship, you know. About what went down there, the shiny object and the Rat King and all that. Yeah, it was pretty messed up, even by our standards. Tell me about it. Ever since, well, runs of boats creep me out, that's all. As it turns out, though, labs under the water are perfectly fine with me. No idea why, but it didn't feel the same at all. Didn't raise my hackles or nothing. It was like going to Uncle Huang's super aquarium in the Sai-Kung district. Back before it went bankrupt and had to raffle off all its fish. So anyway, the lab itself was no problem. Pretty even. Could have done it without psychotic meat puppets and the horrible diseases, but you know how it is. Beggars can't be choosers. Anyway, let's talk about something else. Got any more questions for me? If so, go ahead. I'm all ears. Well, that's everything. Gotta run. Especially, I got some stuff to sell. And to buy. First, I am prioritizing the armor, because last mission, I almost got killed. Kronos almost got killed. So, just gonna get the strongest armor in the game, and we'll be good. Oh yeah, and I did unlock something new in the Quartermaster as well. Hey, Steel Samurai, I got the news about that friend of mine, you know? The one who's under the weather. He gives you a wolfish grin. He's been stabilized thanks to you. Looks like it's gonna pull through. Glad to hear it. You should be. I haven't forgotten about our deal. He kicks one of the Duraplast crates over the side of his foot. If you want something from my special stock, you just say the word. I'll get you all set up. Alright, what you got? SMG, shotgun. I mean, I got a minigun. I don't really need the rest. I don't need any of that. I have a minigun. I literally have a minigun, so yeah. Anyway. Anything else? Yes. Let's see some armor. Let's see here. Now these all have the same statistical values. I just gotta choose which one I want to. Just gonna choose which of the aesthetics is the most pleasing for Kronos to have. Code for executive magical bodyguards. Person to be jacked in at a moment's notice. Version of Suwon by explosive ordnance. Well, considering Kronos is a Shadowrunner, I think it'd be pretty for him to be wearing a sick trench coat and visor. I think, yeah. Because ceremonial combat garb is for, like, the physical adept monk aesthetic. SJPF EOD suit. Well, street samurai, obviously. Street operative, probably like an aesthetic for deckers and riggers. And the Wu Xing line coat is for like mages and shamans. I'll get the battle armor. Boop. Sweet. Anything else? Yep. Armor. I want to sell the armor I was wearing for that sweet money. Anything else? Thank you. Oh man. Ooh. Let's see that look of yours, Kronos. Oh yeah. Not bad actually. You look like a proper tank. Yeah, in fact you look like a proper guy who would wield a minigun. Yeah. Alright, and I guess... Well, I don't have enough money to buy the sword, so I guess I'll just spend money on the implants. So yeah. I need more money for that. Yikes. Crossbow sheath. Passive 1 armor. When triggered, regenerate. I could use a self-healing implant. Hydraulic leg. Seer IP. That's 3 movement. +1 armor. I'm using this once more because it's +1 armor and an ability to regenerate. Okay, passive 1 charisma. I don't need that. Cerebral booster. And trigger grants a close range poison attack. So it gives me like Donzo breath basically. Passive 6 HP, quickness. What do I pick? Do I go for the +1 passive armor? Where is it? Yeah, passive armor and healing, or do I go with... Where is it? Not that. Or the 6 HP and quickness. I think I'll go with the healing one. Where is it? No, not that one. There it is. That one. This one. Is this? Subdued armor. Incorporates self-repairing materials. Passive 1 armor. When triggered, regenerates 6 HP per round. Lasts 3 rounds. I would love that. I would love to have that, please. Yes. I still got plenty of essence to go around. How much essence I got left? Yeah, I'm good. Cyberware. Nope. Alright. Now Kronos can actually recover himself from damage on his own without in case he runs out of medkits. Looking good, looking good. And I guess I could try and buy that Simpsons chip off Captain Jomo, because I got the money for it now. Yo, Captain Jomo, what's up? Tell me about your sim chips. See a sim? Yeah, the Rat Party sim. And what the hell not? Give me a chip. Very good. Very good indeed. You never know when you need one of those, yes? He nods decisively and stamps a foot. Now let us speak of this no more. Well, let's see here. Wares, programs, consumables, decks, weapons. Yeah. I'm gonna be aiming for that Chinese war sword because the Centurion Axe may do more damage, but it doesn't deal AP damage on critical hits. So yeah. And I don't know what's so special about this sword. I don't know why this is apparently given the same tier of price with these two weapons, but yeah, because it just seems to be just as strong as my hand-forged katana. So I don't know what the hell's up with that, but yeah, I'm gonna be aiming for the Chinese war sword, because I love my AP damage, because I can stun people with that. I mean, what the fuck do I do with this? A mission item. Sometimes Tridio chip with a single... Guess I could try and plug it into my ship or something. Try out try and plug it into Isabel's octopus. See what happens. Or actually just plug it into the computer right here. No. No. Don't know what to do with this Simpsons chip. No? Okay. He stands off to the side, his eyes fixed on the PDA in his hands. He doesn't appear to notice you. You see his mouth part and the muscles in his neck tense as he takes a deep breath, then slowly releases it. Runner, what is it this time? Nice body trick. How'd you do it? He motions to your feet, eyes still on his PDA. I listened. You can tell a lot about a person by the sound of their footfall, their weight, their height. If they carry something heavy, they're struggling to stay upright, they've got cyber limbs. If they're angry, scared, or happy, the sound of your feet reveals a lot. I simply took note of your stride when we first met. I always know when you're coming. He shrugs, then switches his PDA display stream off. He looks at you. Just a little something I picked up on the streets, but I'm sure you're here with other business. Name it. Don't have anything. Hello, Sergeant Leong. Leong taps the butt of her cigarette. The ash caught in the sea breeze disappears behind her in a whirl of wind. The breeze lulls briefly, then abruptly changes directions, causing the tip of her cigarette to glow angrily in response. Takes some getting used to. Whether a dogs or working with a Shadowrunner. Both. She takes a long drag on her cigarette, her eyes trained on yours. Neither. I worked in an office before this, at a desk in a place that we call Cubicle Row. You know what I'm talking about, hundreds of little boxes, all covered in paperwork. Mine had a perfect view of the corner office. The windows were shuttered most of the time. I'm not used to seeing open skies and smelling unrefined air. She sweeps her wind-tossed bangs behind her ear, cigarette smoke billowing across her face at the motion. The criminals that I worked with were all names on documents. I only didn't have to interact with them in person. I was trying to adjust, that's all. Not much to see around here, especially where we're standing. You do have a lovely view of the Kraken's ass, though. She chuckles, giving her cigarette another pack. Could be better, but I'm not complaining. This assignment got me out of Cubicle Row. So, what brings you to my corner? Nothing. I'm going. Back to it. Alright, all that's left is that other mission. I doubt it's gonna pay me a lot, but I mean, I mean, the last mission did pay me a lot because, well, I made a deal with one of the scientists, which got me an extra 800 new yen, so not complaining. I also got 1,700 new yen on top of that from the client, so That's good. Right. Well, that shall be all for now. Well, that will be all for the stream, and I shall bid you farewell. Until next time.